pocket options. How I use the daily time frame to create some amazing results when it comes to making money on pocket options. Let's get into it. So, in this video, I'm really going to show you guys what I do on a daily chart. Okay, when on a daily time frame, how I mark up my zones. That can help you get in some sniper entries. Okay, and if you guys get value from this video, let me know in the comment section. If you haven't already, like, comment and share this video. So hit the subscribe button. And if you guys want to be able to copy my trades automatically over to your account, hands free, I only charge a one-time fee of $500. You'll be able to copy my trades automatically to your account and make money. Let's get into it. All right. So what I like to do, first thing first, before I start the week, I usually mark up my higher time frames, supply and demand zones, like during the weekend. That way I can prepare myself for the upcoming trading week. So, for example, I'm looking at Euro futures. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the daily chart, and what I want to do is I want to mark up my previous weekly highs and lows. Okay, so in this case, the markets is closed. All right, so in this case, what I want to do is I want to mark up the this week that closed, the high and the low. All right, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. It's real simple. So this is Friday right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is Friday. This is a Friday candle. Markets are closed, and what I want to do is I want to see what is the highest of this week. What was the high and what was the low of this week? In this case, looked like Tuesday was the highest point that it reached. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since Tuesday was the high, right? This candle right here is the high of the week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rectangle. You can find that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels down. If you're using TradingView, it's 5 levels down, and I use the shaped rectangle tool here. And then what I do is I start from the wick to the body. All right, I want to start from the wick to the body here and bring it there. And then that is my previous week. This is going to be my previous weekly high. When the market opened back up, this is going to be my previous weekly high. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to draw this back in the past and see if this zone was being respected or rejected. Okay, or broken. And as you can see, there's some type of rejection here. As you can see, there's some type of rejection off of this zone here. There's some rejection off of this zone here as well. There's some rejection off of this zone here, rejection here. And as you can see, this zone is pretty strong, okay? And when it comes to trading pocket options or trading Forex or futures, right, you can, catch some sniper entries off of these zones, okay? So that's my high of the week. And now I'm going to be looking for the low of the week. So it looked like Thursday was the lowest point that it reached, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rectangle tool again, start from the wick, bring it all the way to the body. Now, in this case, this zone is too big. So what I like to do is I like to go a time frame down and I like to go to the 4-hour to see if I can make this zone a little bit smaller. And as you can see, I can make it a little bit smaller, okay? That way it don't be too big, okay? You don't want your zones to be too big, okay? So after I do that, I like to drag it in the past and see if price is rejecting these zones. As you can see, look at this. Price rejected here, okay? You see that rejection right there? And I'm going to bring it over here. You see that? Price rejected the zone here. You see that? And then, as you can see over here, price also rejected the zone over here. And then, as you can see over here, price has rejected the zone here plenty of times. Okay, as you can see. All right, look at this. It's rejection there. You got a rejection there, a rejection here. So this zone is also pretty strong. Okay, so whenever we see price get to these zones, back to these zones, we know that we're gonna have some type of reaction when price come back to the zone. So if price come down here, we might see a reaction, a rejection, okay? Or you might see a break. All right, you might see a break here, break the zone, but it pulls back into the zone, and then you can probably look for maybe a sell position if the market is telling us that we're creating lower highs and lower lows or a downtrend. We can probably get in a sale. Okay, so these zones are very, very powerful to trade off of. Okay, I'm going to mark up another chart here. Let's look at a New Zealand dollar here. And the same way I'm marking up these charts is the same way I do on pocket options, okay? The same way, okay? So I'm on the daily chart on New Zealand dollar here on futures, okay? And by the way, guys, if you guys want to be able to copy my trades automatically over to your account, I'm going to allow you guys to copy my Forex trades, my futures trades, and my pocket options trades. So you have choices when it comes to copying my trades because I trade all three. I trade futures, I trade Forex, I trade binary options on pocket options. Okay, so you can literally copy my trades on either assets. Okay, futures, Forex, or pocket options. Okay, so again, I'm looking for the highest point of this week, and the highest point of this week was again Tuesday. All right, so I'm gonna mark up my zone there. I think I can make this zone a little bit. Not really. I'm gonna go back to the daily, but we have a zone here. As you can see, I like to remember, I like to draw this zone back in the past and see if price respected the zone here in the past, which looked like price was kind of respecting the zone here. Okay. And then I also want to look for the lowest point. Okay. What was the lowest point of this week? What was the lowest point where price reached at? Okay. And in this case, it was let me see here. What's this? Why I don't know why it says. Let me see. This is Friday. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. You know why? Monday. It was it was a holiday there, so I would say this right here was the lowest point of this week. Okay. There we go. We can drag this and see if price is rejecting that. And yeah, that's how we will use that. And then what I'll do is I'll do the same thing for the Japanese yen. Okay. Tuesday was the highest point. Draw my box from the wick to the body. Draw it in the pass. I'm telling you guys, you know, when you draw these zones, all right, when you draw your previous weekly highs and lows, when price get back to these zones, right, within the same week that you're trading, you can catch some sniper entries off of these zones, okay? Depending on, you know, what type of trend you're in. You know, if you know that you're in a downtrend, right, then you know when price comes back up into the zone, you could sell. Okay, if you know that the higher time frame is in a uptrend, then what you will want to look for is price to break this zone, retest this, and then go up. That's what you want to look for. Okay. But yeah, I see a zone. I see the lowest point was on Thursday. Again, the zone is too big, so I'm going to break it down to the 4-hour. Make the zone a little bit smaller. Don't want my zones too big. And then, like I said, I'm going to drag. Like I always do, I'm going to drag the zone in the past and see if price have been respecting or rejecting the zone, okay? And as you can see, it's definitely, you know, have some points, some areas where price has rejected that area, okay? Boom. There you go. It's real simple. It's real simple, guys. I'm going to do one more. And yeah, I'm gonna do one more, and then we'll call it a day. But I just wanted to show you this. That way, whenever you're marking up your charts, you can mark up your previous weekly highs and lows. Okay. So in this case, oh, I'm on the weekly chart. Let me go to the daily. Okay. So what you want to do, I can see right now, Thursday again is gonna be the lowest. So I'm gonna do like that. The zone is too big. See if I can make it a little bit smaller. Okay, make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Now I'm gonna draw the zone back in the past. I just wanted to get an overview and see if price is being respected off of the zone here. And as you can see, look at this. You got rejection here. You got a rejection here. As you can see here, you got a rejection there, a rejection there, rejection there. And then also you got some type of little small rejections here. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there. Go back to the daily. And I'm gonna look for the highest point. The highest point, again, look like it's gonna be a Tuesday. Draw the box from the wick to the body. There. And then I'm gonna just drag this in the past. Look like nothing's there in the past there. And there you go. You got your previous weekly high, and then you also got your previous weekly low down here. I'll do one more, guys. Let's do gold. Yeah, let's do gold. So we're gonna look for the high of the week, and look like the high of the week is right here on Tuesday. Look like Tuesday. No, look like Thursday. Is this Tuesday? It's Wednesday. Look like Wednesday is gonna be the lowest point. No, Thursday, because this week is longer than this week down here. So, but this is gonna be a too big of a zone, so we want to tighten that up a little bit. So I want to make this zone a little bit smaller. Maybe we can make it a little bit more smaller. All right. Yeah, we can make that a little bit smaller. Okay. Now I can drag this in the past and see if price is being respected off of the zone here. Right now, gold is like at the highest point right now. So far, it has where it has ever been. So, but yeah, we got the low there. Now we want to look for the high of the week. Is gonna now in this case, like it's like a small wick. You guys can't probably see it. It's a small wick on the bottom. In that case, if it's gonna be like that small, what I usually do is I just get my horizontal tool here, and then I just do it like that instead of trying to make a zone. That's gonna be the previous weekly high. Previous weekly high. So boom. There we go. All right. So that's how I mark up my charts on the higher time frames, and that's how I use the daily time frame to mark up these supply and demand zones. And then when price come into these zones in the week that I'm trading, I can look for sniper entries or some really, really good moves off of these zones. And it can put you in a position to catch some really, really good trades off of these zones. So if you guys got value, let me know in the comment section. If you haven't already, subscribed to the YouTube channel if you're here watching this on YouTube. And if you're here watching this on Instagram, make sure you like the video, comment on the video. And then also, if you guys want to be able to copy my trades automatically over to your account, hands-free. Meaning every time I take a trade on my account, those same trades will be automatically copied over to your account hands-free. Just shoot me a DM and I get you set up. Take care, y'all.